TV! What's going on, guys? It's your boy Rody, you know, representing Showdawee TV. Shout out to my wife for the dope shirt. And this is a new album review for The Game's new recently released album entitled 1992.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's the 10 crack commandments. Wow.
Alright guys, welcome back. And this album again is for The Game's recently released album 1992. And based off the title, you can already assume this is something dealing with that year, 1992. This is when The Game really decides to give a little bit of history on himself. Now, I've been a huge Game fan since his original release, the documentary, and he's always excelled at rapping. And aside from the beefs he had, and of course the beef with Meek Mill, he's always been aggressive, amazing lyricist, and great storyteller. And I feel like this album dives a little bit more into his history of how he grew up from when he was a little bit younger, around the age of 10 or 12, to going through his teenage years to the early 20s, showing what he went through going into the gang life and just growing up in Compton in 1992. And I think the album starts off great with Savage Lifestyle, True Colors. It gives a little bit of history on Game growing up again from his parents being from the Crip neighborhood in California, and him growing up ended up being into the Blood neighborhood, as well as a story that I didn't really know about his sister being molested by her father, his dad, and him not being able to do nothing because he was so small and young, and that impacting his decisions that he made in life. And I think that he decided to go throughout this album just painting small pictures of things that he had to go through at that time frame. And I did enjoy that. That was a great tone that he set at the beginning of the album. A cool song that I liked was Fuck Orange Juice and Juice. And that song is kind of toward Donald Trump as well as O.J. Simpson. And he's pretty much comparing O.J. Simpson's case to Donald Trump and how crazy they are and what people care about nowadays. I thought it was a pretty cool play on words, you know, OJ, Orange Juice, and Donald Trump, because he's kind of his orange skin at some time. So it was a dope play on words and comparisons between the two. But I did like that after this, he pretty much went back into the hardcore style of this album. Young Niggas, the soundtrack, I Grew Up On Wu-Tang. You can tell the samples on these songs are very particular, especially for the I Grew Up On Wu-Tang. He started off with the Raekwon quote from Cream and just really mentioned how the Wu-Tang Clan members influenced his rapping style and just where he was at in his mind state of just being that more aggression. And again, this album is just talking about what he was going through at this time in 1992. And a lot of it is that gang member talk. And I appreciate it because I'm really into the gangster rap music. I love hearing about their history and what they went through and just bringing me to that area. Because I'm not no gang member. I'm not about that life. I'm out here just trying to be me. But I do enjoy being taken into that world and seeing by they writing and rapping that, wow, this is what they went through. I think that's really dope. And that's important for a lyricist and even a gangster rapper, because we're not going to go there, but we would love to hear about it and at least be able to feel it. And I think The Game did that really well with the song I Grew Up On Wu-Tang. Now, even though a lot of these songs had the great gangster rap feel, I think it took a bad fall down kind of towards the tail end of the album. There was a few songs that I really didn't like. It was Baby You and However Do You Want It. I liked the sample for However Do You Want It. Really liked it. He had that dope feel. If you hear this song, you'll know the sample from it. It's dope. Everybody uses this sample, but I'm gonna do a little. That's a sample. Did a great job on it, but I didn't like the way he flipped it. Like, I didn't really enjoy the lyrics on it, and that kind of carried on over to Baby You. He's trying to serenade the ladies, and it didn't do it for me. I didn't really enjoy it. Again, it kind of messed up the flow of the album. I was really enjoying the darkness and the hardcore rap, and it just flips to, I love you, girl, you need to love me. I'm not trying to hear that from you, Game. I'm not. I'm trying to hear you rap. I'm trying to hear you go at niggas. I'm trying to hear you show us why you the dude to be scared from when you go to the West Coast. And I feel like these songs kind of took away from the flow of the album. I think the way that the album ended was amazing. The song 92 Bars is completely and impeccably done and directly directed at Meek Mills. 92 Bars is, of course, 92 bars of raps and rhymes. And if you don't know The Game, he's done this time and time again. He's released a song called 300 Bars and Running, 400 Bars and Running, where he just raps until he's done. And if you don't know a bar, it's 4 beats, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. That's a bar, and he does that 92 times. Usually a verse is 16 bars, so you can kind of see how long the song is, but the beat is amazing. The shots at Meek Mill is amazing. We're not even gonna get into that whole beef between them two, but again, you'll see why The Game is one of the most feared dudes today to go against rapping and being at beef, because he will not stop until you are under the ground 6 feet deep crying and begging for mercy. This song is great. He's giving great lyrical comparisons. He's shouting out Benny Siegel and showing that you're doing a Philly whack, and you know, it's just a great song, and I feel like it's a great way to end the album. It's a hard beat and it just keeps going, and I like to work out to it because it's just so much aggression. So I really enjoyed that he brought the album back with that strong song, because those last two really started making me feel like this might not be it. But I did enjoy this album in full. I feel like you guys would enjoy as well. It's definitely something you want to check for. Again, my favorite songs on this album, The Juice, Colors, It's You, Savage Lifestyle. Those are all great songs throughout the album. Of course, 92 bars. So you guys let me know down below what you think of this album. Again, I'm a huge fan of The Game, so this wasn't too much of a hard choice for me. And we'll see you guys on the next album review. Until we see y'all again, Showdawee TV.